Welcome back, welcome back. It's the show. I'm your boy KD the Wiz, one of the hosts with my other co-host, Wavy.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's good, family? How you feeling?
We good. How you doing?
Doing all right. I saw Game 6. I had high hopes for the Knicks,
Yeah.
and just like New York basketball will do, disappoint me. It would disappoint me in the moment I needed the most.
Oh man, they was close,
Man,
but end of that second quarter into the third, that's where the separation came. And when it
yeah,
rains, it pours. You could see it. Like the shots just wasn't falling going into the fourth.
man, they
Um, they-
they were struggling, and Pascal Siakam, my brother, we need to talk about you more because
yeah,
you've been on a tear since the postseason started. I mean, 31 tonight, and what did he shoot from the 3-point line? Because he shot very efficient, 3 for
let's
5.
see. Yeah,
Like, man, we need to be speaking about you more through the postseason. There's a reason why you won the Larry O'Brien trophy yesterday.
yeah.
Hey, did you see that clip of Holly?
Yes, I did. Yeah, sure did.
Hey, that's the one. Hey, that clip me going.
That's gonna be viral forever.
He said, "Yeah, this is my moment." He had pass out Siakam. He's like, "Bro, what?"
Yeah.
But nah, well deserved. Honestly, well deserved for the Pacers too as well. This is gonna be a great matchup for the finals.
Yeah.
But let's get a little bit more into the game that happened yesterday. I thought the physicality of the Knicks did not match the Pacers at all.
Yeah.
From the jump, you can see they were trying to close this, get this done with tonight. They
High
did not
pace.
They did not want to go back to the Garden.
Yeah.
The physicality on defense that I didn't think the Patriots could honestly really produce or really show like that made it so the point of the spear for them the whole night.
Yep.
Picking up full court. Andrew Nembhard has 6 steals. For one, that's insane by itself.
Yes, sir.
And the fact that he had Jalen Brunson turning consistently through the whole night coming up the court is an achievement by itself. If I can get you as a defender, I can get the guard to just turn 2 or 3 times, that's at least 2 or 3, 4 seconds off the shot clock.
Yeah.
Mind, they only got 24 seconds. So now you get into the office with maybe 18, 19 seconds left. That's not really, unless you're extremely efficient, which the Knicks are not, because Jalen Brunson has to have the ball in his hands, and he's pretty ball dominant.
Yeah.
And he does dribble a lot of the clock. So getting into the offense with only 17 or 18 seconds left, that's not efficient. That's not effective for what they need to do. Tyrese Haliburton had a solid game, 21 and 5 with 13 assists. Hey, that's all you're gonna ask for Holly, to be honest.
3 steals.
3 steals, yeah. And this is the thing about the Pacers. You don't have to ask much from your star guys. You just need them to show up the way they need to show up.
Yeah.
That's been the most consistent thing for them. When both of them show up and give at least, I would say, 20 around in that range, the rest comes together pretty easily.
Yeah.
Because their bench, Obi Toppin, Shepard, McConnell, these boys, they get after it. And what's crazy, Obi Toppin was with the Knicks, not even
Yes,
3.
sir. Yes, sir. I've been thinking that the whole series. Yep, he was on the Knicks.
Man, they came ready to play, and the Knicks just didn't show up when they need to. They had some timely turnovers, possessions that just didn't equate to any points, really hurt them in that end of that second going into the beginning of the third quarter. Because that third quarter punch they had, man,
Yes,
from the Pacers, I don't know how many teams can face that actually.
And you know who my MVP was yesterday?
Who?
Thomas Bryant, man. He didn't.
Hey.
That was the best I've seen for him. He came with the energy. He didn't back down. He was getting after it. But there was just I think he made a 3. Let's see.
He made 2 of them.
Yeah. He made a couple of 3s, and it's just he made 3 threes, 3 or 4.
Yeah, bro.
Thomas Bryant, like we know that we can't expect that every single game out of him, but like just bring that energy and effort, and when you're open, shoot it. Like this should boost his confidence. But yesterday a couple of things swayed my mind. Persuaded me to pick Indy for this matchup for the finals. Like
Really, you going with Indy?
I'm going with Indy.
Man,
We can say what we want, but at the end of the day, they made it to the finals. You can try to give them any. You can try to discredit them in any way you want. They here, and like I've been saying, we can't even say why they're here, because everybody want to discredit them. They don't play defense. They this, they that. They here. They here for a reason. It's gonna be a great series.
They are here for a reason. I can say these are two teams that play really team-oriented ball. Basketball.
It's a whole new style of ball that it's not that we haven't seen it, but it's been a while since it's been at a national stage like this.
Yeah, it's not common at this high of a level.
Yeah.
Usually you depend on 2 or 3 guys, or really 2 guys that carry the offensive load, and then everybody else is like 3 and D guys here.
Yeah.
But where we're seeing from OKC and the Pacers, they have multiple guys that are playing defense. They have multiple guys who can score 30 any night.
Role players,
like genuinely really good role players that know their role.
And they know it well.
Very well, because in the NBA now today, you see it. There are certain role guys that feel like they should have bigger spots. And there are role guys who never flourish into what they need to be.
Want an example? What's his name? That was with Denver. Brown.
Oh,
Bruce Brown.
He wanted
a bigger role.
He
did, but when he wanted that bigger role, we ain't seen him since. He was in the crowd asking to get signed by Denver because he said he a free agent. He was at one of their playoff games.
Wait, wasn't he just? Did he go to Indy?
He was with Indy for a little while, and I think he was with Toronto.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He was that man. He was supposed to, what was he, 6 man over there?
Him and yeah.
And then he left, and we ain't heard from him.
Yeah. I mean, Denver is a good portion of it. They let go of all their star players, let go of all their role guys after they won.
They did. And like we're saying though, it's just like OKC and Indy, like they got players that know their role. They ain't trying to do too much. They ain't trying to step outside of what their role is. If they ain't got it, if it's not open, they kick it to somebody else. They really run that shot clock down.
They do, but the thing is, they use it so efficiently, and they get really good looks.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't like they getting terrible looks. I mean, there may be some looks where Holly may be throwing the ball 1 foot out in the air, or Shea may be like taking that hesitation, like floater with the right hand on the left side. And most times he's getting fouled by that, but usually these are really good looks for them guys.
Yeah,
and they are very efficient when it comes to getting a good look.
Mathurin and Naismith, like when they're open, they knock it down, and they got dog in them too. Like they're not afraid to take them shots. And Obi Toppin, like, yeah, man, he's becoming a consistent knockdown shooter. Like, I love it.
That's the one I'm scared for, and this is the reason why. Obi Toppin didn't get a lot of love when he first got into the league. Everybody just thought he was a dunker. He couldn't do too much else, but he started showing what he can do. And the Knicks just a little bit, but they traded him and they sent him to Indy, and Indy made him flourish. Now this is the only problem I have. Now that he's flourishing, he's becoming a staple for them. I wonder if he just keeps playing his role, or does he go try searching for a bigger bag?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I won't be mad at either one because I think both are well deserved.
Yeah,
for him going.
You can't get mad at it. I think Austin Reeves is going to lead the Lakers in the next couple of years because.
Oh yeah.
Not because he don't want to play with them. LeBron's going to retire. He probably do want to play with Luka, but I see. I ain't gonna say he gonna leave, but I see him. He's gonna deserve a really big bag. Yeah. And just like Caruso, but he got higher value than Caruso did. So
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that just comes down to like we came before saying this. The role players know their role and they're flourishing in it, and they're doing it at a high level. So now they're about to be on the biggest stage possible. So we really they're all their time's going to be on display. And now here come the money, here come all everything that's about to come with it. If they
yeah,
win, if their team wins.
yeah, for real, man.
But
And you know when teams win, you see them role players. They go, it always happen, man. It's always
but
one or two. Like,
but
go ahead.
but no, but like what? Well, what's crazy is you like all the commercials that still be popping up. Hey, the reason that SGA is so I think beloved by his team is because he puts them in everything.
Yeah,
Like they got commercials together already. Mine, Chet and J Dub, they somewhat known, but they not big as SGA. Like he the MVP, but the fact that they're doing everything such like with a togetherness and they're making sure things are getting done, not just one, but all of us. That's what makes them completely different.
yeah,
And a lot of people hated that in the beginning. I was unsure how it plays into the NBA, just because you don't see too much like, oh yeah, we often do this interview together. Oh yeah, we discuss, we buddy. You don't really see that too much, and like you may see like a couple guys friends here and there because they play either summer ball together or they got traded from previous teams and things like that. But these dudes like genuinely like
yeah,
they like hanging out with each other, which is
yeah.
dope.
And that's that chemistry, like you see it on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And they be ready to go. And the Pacers are now really starting to shoot the ball really well at the right time. They shot 51% from the 3-point line yesterday.
and it's all about timing, and you see it like everybody like sprinkled in two or three threes, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
you don't see nobody taking more than 5 threes. So what I'm saying is, you see sometimes where guys just jacking up threes, you know.
Yeah.
You're not seeing that. Pretty efficient, pretty efficient across the board, man.
But what got me, they had 25 points in fast breaks,
Mm.
fast break points.
I'm
So
really questioning like how this fast pace is gonna hold up with OKC.
they can run too.
Yeah, but we're gonna see,
Yeah.
because the team that you know from last year and this year that they always talk about with the high pace is
Mm-hmm.
Indy. But it'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see, because Indy lost both regular season games against this team by big margins without key players for OKC. So if you look at it by those standards, it should be a very easy 4-0 sweep for OKC. But again, OKC made it here, man. Indy made it here. So, they've had to grow, and like you just said, the timing, they're hitting their stride at the right time. Both teams are really, but it's gonna be an amazing series. I can't wait.
Postseason is completely different, bro. Like even with Indy maybe losing back, but they didn't have all their key guys playing either, though. From
And
my
I'll say,
understanding.
yeah. And I'll say this, and we know this, but in the playoffs, it's a lot of game planning. In
Yeah.
the regular season, it's just fill out game, go out play.
Yeah.
Postseason is a lot of game planning. I
A
have a
lot of
little bit,
film.
a lot of film, a lot of game planning. I have a little bit more hope with Thomas Bryant, with Obi Toppin playing well. My only concern is Naismith's ankle. They were saying he couldn't go, but then he came in and did what he did, so that's cool. And another boost is Siakam. Like he's
Yeah.
proven, A stat I heard is every other game, like is his game. Like that's when he show up every other game. So hey,
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to play well every game, and if he have a bad game, then he take that to heart and he try to come out next game and deliver, and that's been the trend. So I just see some good things, man. They got James Johnson on the bench, probably teaching taekwondo.
Hey,
So yeah,
you see
man.
nobody? They don't nobody trying them though, because they see
Mhm.
him. They be like, bro, he really about that life.
Yeah, and he's big. He's like 6'8".
Yeah, bro. But I think I am gonna roll with OKC, even though like the numbers and all that showed a little bit different for the regular season, how bad they blew them out. I still believe OKC wins. I do think it goes 6 at
Mm.
least. I don't think it's going to be a 4-0. Rick for the Indiana Pacers, the head coach, he's going to game plan very well, very efficiently, and he's going to find ways to make SGA very uncomfortable with the ball. I think out of anybody who can make the OKC uncomfortable with their ball pressure, it's going to be Indiana.
Yeah,
That's
on-ball
go-
defense.
On-ball defense. But here's the downside to them. With them having a lack of depth at the big, with guys going down again, like another guy went down yesterday's game.
Hmm.
And I forgot his name.
For
But
Indy?
another big went down, went to the locker room, like where his knee got cut up underneath him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I did see that.
Yeah. So like with the lack of depth at the big position, it's gonna be
Was it,
quite difficult.
Jarris Walker?
Yeah, I believe so. But with the lack of depth at the center position, it's going to be very difficult for them. With Chet and Hartenstein, who play very well and got max minutes, they're gonna be on the floor. Hey, did you know Chet is the first person since Robert Parrish to average 15, 8, and 2 blocks? Bruh. That's kind of good. That's pretty dope.
And he's young, man. He's
Mhm.
young. It's crazy.
But I think that's going to be the key difference for that matchup. It's going to be the center position. And then who can really impose their defense better? Indy plays at full court. They want to speed you up completely and cause chaos. Where OKC is like, they'll pick you up at half, and they're gonna make sure that they're gonna play very handsy. They're gonna be very like on pressure on the ball and not let you see a good look at the rim.
Yeah.
I just wonder how he's gonna phase in that, because he doesn't do too well with physicality when it comes to ball pressure and physicality. That's something he does stray away from.
Who is that, Halliburton?
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna question them? Lou Dort, like, he's gonna play defense, but he ain't really shoot the ball well the last couple games. I don't think there was those games we were talking about where he was on fire. I don't think he was like that ever since, and so if he's gonna have to show up big. He does hit big knockdown buckets, but he's gonna have to show up because I don't expect the Chet and I don't expect Hartenstein to come out and put up 15 or 20 points a game. I expect them to get 10 to 15.
Yeah.
And then I think we're talking about like the guards for Indiana, like they're gonna play some good defense. So SGA is probably gonna do what he do. That's a guarantee. 25 to 35, I bet, right? But these other guys, they're gonna really have to score, and we're gonna have to see what Siakam do. But again, Siakam, he carried him, this whole postseason. So I expect him to come out and put Chet and Hartenstein in foul trouble, and he's gonna be shooting threes, pulling them away from the bucket. So there's gonna be some interesting matchups.
It's gonna be really good matchups. With Chet, that's gonna be a big problem for them because they can't really match up too well.
I think we could agree that's gonna be the matchup, huh? Chet and Siakam. I think that's gonna be the big matchup. Like,
that's
we know that. Like we said, we know that SGA, we know that Halliburton. They're gonna come out and do what they do, and when they get to the fourth quarter, they're gonna be efficient. But that power forward matchup is probably gonna be the make or break for these teams.
I think that, and I think how they're gonna be officiating the game. If Shai's gotten a whistle, nobody else has gotten the whole postseason, and we've seen it firsthand.
Yeah,
we've seen him get fouls where they don't look too clear to be fouls, and we also seen OKC play very handsy defense, very aggressive defense, and not get called for things.
Yeah.
So
it was questionable yesterday. Like some of them calls, it's like this is the playoffs. I've seen so many aggressive fouls, like not called, and now you're calling for the slightest things. What is this?
This shit right here, bro. This annoys me.
What?
They want
What's that?
replay it,
Oh, yeah,
replay
yeah, yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
replay it, replay it.
yeah.
Bro, challenge it, challenge it. Bro, that and they know they be fouling. That'd be the sad part. They know they be fouling.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, and getting back to that Knicks game for 1 second, there was a foul where Cat went up with his knee,
Oh yeah, that
and it
should
was
have
a
been a charge.
clear foul,
Mhm.
and Indy didn't have no more challenges because they wasted it.
Yeah,
So Cat goes out and he misses those 2 free throws, and after that, like I feel like Cat didn't have that energy.
yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like he missed them on kind of feeling bad, and after that, it was like Indiana took off.
I think with him and the knee too, it's like you can see him kind of slowing down a little bit, but also everybody hurt at this point in the point of the season. So
Yeah,
either you got to be ready to go or you're not at the
yeah,
end of the day. But this final matchup is going to be really good. OKC and the Pacers. I think OKC may come out a little rusty this first game, but I think they still pull off. I think they still pull it off and win game 1. But yeah, it's gonna be one of those ones. This could turn into a slugfest.
no. I'm definitely thinking that, like I said, I don't see there being a 4-0 sweep for either team. I wouldn't even see it being 4-1. But I say it goes game 6 or game 7 for sure. Like it's gonna be until one team figures out the recipe for the other team. Maybe after 3 games we'll see somebody dominate. But
Yeah.
after those 3 games, like that's gonna leave it to a game 6 or a game 7.
Man, I'm excited. I can't wait because
Yeah.
I know this is gonna be really good basketball. For all you young kids out there who don't normally tend to watch postseason or just now getting into the NBA, this is a great time to start watching because you can see how team basketball is actually done.
Yes.
And from both sides.
Team sport, team effort.
Because this is one sport you can't play by yourself and you can't win by yourself. I don't care how
Selfless
good
basketball.
I don't care how good you are. You can't win by yourself.
Yes.
You can't play 1-on-5.
Yes.
And that's gonna wrap up an episode right here with KD, the Wiz, and Wavy, man. Thanks for tuning in. Can't wait to see you next week.
See ya.